What? That's what they, that's to measure the stars and how likable they are on the screen.
Okay, we're on. I would like to call this meeting to order. It's the reorganization meeting of the Board of Adjustment, January 21st, 2020 at 6 p.m. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with the Sunshine Law. Notice was published on December 12th, 2019 in the local source and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Springfield, and posted in the Annex Building on December 13th, 2019. Let's do a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, now I'm going to do a roll call. Mr. Mark Cunningham.
Here.
Mr. Stephen Hochstein.
Here.
Ms. Jody Cohen.
Here.
Mr. David Schnurr. Mr. Daniel Poltrock. Mr. Harris Loffer.
Present.
Mr. Stephen Furstenbaum.
Present.
Ms. Kara Greco. And Mr. Raj Sahada. We have a quorum. Okay, now I'm going to take a nomination for chair.
I would like to nominate Jody Cohen for chair. I'll second.
Are there any other nominations? Great, I'll take a roll call for Ms. Jody Cohen as chair. Mr. Harris Loffer,
Yes.
Mr. Stephen Cunningham, Hochstein,
Yes.
Mr. Mark Cunningham.
Wait.
I got it. Ms. Jody Cohen,
Yes.
Mr. Stephen Furstenbaum.
Yes.
Now, congratulations, Ms. Cohen.
Thank
for a
you.
new
Thank you
chair.
very much, everyone.
Congratulations.
My
Yeah.
cat. No, I don't know what it is. Is it supposed to be for me? Okay. Excellent. So moving on to item number 6, we'll take nominations for vice chairman of the board.
I would like to nominate David Schnurr, who is here, but I think he'd be a good choice.
I'll second the nomination.
Do we have any other nominations? Okay, call.
Mr. Harris Loffer,
Yes.
Mr. Mark Cunningham.
Yes.
Mr. Stephen Hochstein,
Yes.
Mr. Stephen Furstenbaum.
Yes.
And Chairman Jody Cohen, Chairwoman.
Yes.
Motion passes. Congratulations, Mr. Schnurr.
And now I'd like to take nominations for board attorney. We had 2 submissions from Krebsky, Silver, and Bergen, and Jardim, Meisner, and Susser. So do we have,
I'd like to make a nomination for Bruce Bergen.
I'd second the nomination.
do we have any other nominations? Okay, we can close and,
Okay, Mr. Mark Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Harris Loffer,
Yes.
Mr. Steve Hochstein,
Yes.
Mr. Steve Furstenbaum,
Yes.
and Chair Jody Cohen.
yes,
Congratulations, Mr. Furstenbaum.
congratulations. Do we skip?
The secretary. Oh, that's.
No, not yet. No, no, no.
I don't have yours, I'm sorry.
I'd like to call for nominations for conflict board attorney.
I'd like to nominate Scott Salmon of the firm Jardine, Meisner, and Susser.
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Harris Loffer,
Yes.
Mr. Steve Furstenbaum,
Yes.
Mr. Mark Cunningham.
Yes.
Mr. Steve Hochstein.
Yes.
And Chair Cohen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, and I would like to open nominations for the board engineer at this time, and we received responses from Keller Kirkpatrick, Mike Disco and Associates, Harbor Consultants, Brightview Engineering, and Mazer Consulting. Do we have nominations for the engineer?
I'd like to nominate Andrew Caggiano of Keller and Kirkpatrick.
second. Do we have any other nominations?
Smooth.
Excellent.
Okay, Mr. Lawfer,
Yes.
Chair Cohen,
Yes.
Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Hochstein.
Yes.
And Mr. Furstenbaum.
Yes.
Motion passes. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, at this time, we could open nominations for the board planners. You know, we received responses from Harbor Consultants, Phillips Price, and Mazer Consulting. Do we have nominations for the planner?
I'd like to nominate Catherine Sarmond of Harbor Consultants.
I'll second.
Do we have any other nominations for board planner? Okay, being that there are none.
Mr. Lawfer,
Yes.
Mr. Hochstein.
Yes.
Mr. Cunningham.
Yes.
Mr. Furstenbaum.
Yes.
And Chair Cohen.
Yes.
Motion passes. Congratulations, Harbor Consulting.
At this time, we can call for nominations for the board secretary.
I would like to nominate Jen Law.
I will second that.
Thank you.
Do we have any other nominations for board secretary? Okay.
Mr. Lawfer,
Yes.
Chair Cohen,
Yes.
Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Hochstein,
Yes.
Mr. Furstenbaum.
Yes.
And motion passes. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And finally, we have, can we have nominations for the assistant secretary?
That's you.
I would like to nominate whoever represents the firm Keller Kirkpatrick as our assistant secretary.
I will second that.
Thank you.
Are,
Okay.
are there any other nominations at this time? No.
Okay, Mr. Lawfer,
Yes.
Chair Cohen,
Yes.
Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Hochstein,
Yes.
and Mr. Furstenbaum.
Yes.
The motion passes. Congratulations. You're now the assistant secretary.
So we have to do the official newspaper?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to make a motion for the official newspaper being the Star Ledger
We
and
prefer-
the local source?
Yes, we prefer to do the local source as the primary because it's a lot less expensive. And then the Star Ledger, in case the applicant is in a pinch and they need to notice quickly.
Okay,
So then they have a second option.
so I'm going to motion for the official newspaper being the local source of the Board of Adjustment.
Yes.
And with the Star Ledger being a secondary option.
Yes.
Okay,
Second.
Who made the
Oh,
motion?
I thought she moved it.
I did.
Oh, okay, second, and then
Yeah.
it's an all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Anybody opposed? Abstain? Great, motion passes.
Everyone received a copy of the meeting dates for 2020? Yes. They were sent around. Okay, can I have a motion to adopt the meeting dates for 2020?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Great, all in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Abstain? All right, motion passes, thank you. Okay, so we gotta wait,
So are we adjourning the
Yeah.
reorg? So,
We have to wait till 6:30 for the
yes.
regular meeting,
okay, recess?
because that's when it was
Okay.
noticed.
Okay.
All right, so we'll take a 12-minute recess. Excellent.
In case we have any- yeah.
Right.
Did a great job.
Yes, thank you.